People have been losing their minds over these viral Labubu dolls.
If you have one of these in your home, be careful because these little dolls are going viral online and people are saying that it carries some serious demonic energy. Now, these are called Labubu dolls and they've been getting so popular that fans are waiting in line for hours just to get their hands on one. I mean, a fan tried giving one to Katy Perry during her concert and Katy Perry just knocked it out of her hand. That's how weird it is. And I'll show you that full clip in a second. But the creator said that it's inspired by Nordic mythology, but many are comparing it to Pazuzu, which is a Mesopotamian demon known for bringing chaos. And it sounds like that's what's happening because people are sharing their experience with this doll on social media, and some people are saying they feel like they're being watched, they're waking up with scratches, they're having terrifying nightmares, and one little girl was even caught on camera telling her mom that the eye color changed of the doll. Now, I don't know how believable all of that is, especially the physical stuff, but I do believe if you bring in some dark energy willingly into your home, that it can mess with you spiritually. The weirdest part of it all, of course, there's a Simpsons episode with a Pazuzu doll and it possesses Maggie the baby and then everything turns into chaos. But many celebrities have been seen rocking these things like Rihanna and Kim Kardashian, but Katy Perry is one that does not. Just take a look to see what happens when a fan tries to give her one of these things.
So is the Labubu doll really demonic? I mean, look at this thing. It's so... yeah, it's not cute at all. And it can totally have some demonic attachments. So make sure you watch this video till the end because I'm about to break this thing down. These Labubu dolls have become very popular, especially among children. I've seen videos where the children are talking about the Labubu doll's eyes are turning different colors, that it's smiling, that they feel like they have somebody watching them when the doll's in the room, and just paranormal activity happening in the house in general. Now, I'm going to read something right here about the creator just so you know where he drew his inspiration from. It says that Kassing Lung, the creator of Labubu, drew inspiration for the character from a mix of fairy tales, childhood imagination, and classic European storybook creatures. So we see that he pulled a lot of his inspiration from demonic influence, because if you have been around deliverance at all, you know demons are attached to these type of things. And listen to this. The original story that introduced Labubu was The Monsters, a picture book series Kassing Lung wrote and illustrated. Unlike typical scary monsters, his characters are friendly, misunderstood, and full of personality, much like Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. Now that's what's being written right here, okay? So we see that he's even trying to paint these figures in a positive light. Now, I haven't done a deep dive on this man's personal life, but I would almost bet he is not heavily influenced by Christianity. And let me tell you something. If you look into other demonic religions like Santeria and things like that, they give power to idols. They give their worship to idols. And when I say they give power, they give all their faith to this idol. And they believe these idols are actually doing things for them. And there's much more of this happening in all types of witchcraft and, religious traditional things, but it's not right, and it does invite demonic activity. And God clearly tells us in his word that he does not share his glory with idols. He is a jealous God. So God ain't having none of this. And the problem with these Labubu dolls is kids are giving all their attention to these dolls. Why do you think they are becoming so addicted to these dolls? It's not just a fad. There's something else going on. I believe demons are using these dolls to gain access into people's lives and into people's homes. And this is why you're seeing all the paranormal activity take place. That's why the eyes are changing, the dolls are smiling. When people are seeing the dolls in their house, or excuse me, having the dolls in their house, they have a feeling that somebody is watching them or following them, it's because there's a demonic spirit attached to them. Personally, I think they're pretty ugly. And I don't know as a parent why you'd want your kid to have this type of doll in the house. That's what these things do, is they get kids to throw fits, the parents give in, and the parents let the demonic spirit in also because their child is getting their way. And you don't want your child to throw a fit, right? Last thing we want is your child crying and rolling on the floor because they can't get their way. And if that's happening, I think you need to improve on your parenting skills. Remember, they're your child. You're not their child.
So these little toys that everyone's going crazy over right now, could they be opening the door to demons within your home? All parents and Christians pay attention to this. They're called Labubu dolls. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're crazy. But listen to this. They're marketed as cute, collectible, and highly desirable. We've seen the openings where people get the super rare color and they're like, ah! But look beyond the little sharp teeth, the little mischievous grin, and those little eyes. These names can be linked to ancient spirits. Now, what am I talking about? Is this just art, or is this something more sinister? As believers, we've got to ask these hard questions. Now, the Bible is not silent on this kind of thing. In fact, God warns us again and again. Look at Exodus 24-5. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. Now, I know what you're saying. What? That can be anything. But people are borderline worshiping these things. I mean, you have people spending all of their money trying to get a certain color, and imagine the marketing team and people behind this if they are indeed linked to spirits. Where's your money going? Look at Leviticus 19:4. Do not turn to idols or make metal gods for yourself. I am the Lord your God. And remember, anything that we put before God in our relationship with Him is considered an idol. Look at Deuteronomy 7:26. Do not bring a detestable thing into your house, or you like it will be set apart for destruction. Regard it as vile and utterly detest it, for it is set apart for destruction. Now, when we bring images into our home, we are willingly opening the door to demonic influence. Even if they're marketed as artistic and cute, we must use spiritual discernment, and we have to ask ourselves, what spirits are being entertained behind these things? What seeds are we planting in our children's hearts? Now, you wouldn't let a Ouija board be in your house. So think about the strategy of the enemy. Now it's to make you smile at your kids and present them this little cute doll. And it may come dressed in vinyl, in fur, and wrapped in mysterious boxes and sold as collectibles, but we've got to wake up. This isn't just child's play. This could be spiritual warfare at your door. So, what do you think? I want to know in the comments section below. Is this just harmless fun? Are these Labubu dolls in any way, shape, or form connected to idols and demons?
Your Labubu doll may be demonic. In 2015, the Labubu doll was created by Hong Kong artist and illustrator Kay Sing Lung. This doll is a small monster with long pointed ears and a row of sharp teeth. This character came to light because Kay Sing Lung was influenced by Nordic folklore, the monster's story. Labubu is said to be a kind-hearted character, always willing to lend a hand, but sometimes gets caught doing bad things. This doll became popular last year in 2024 when K-pop idol Blackpink's Lisa posted it on her Instagram story. After that, it seemed like everyone was trying to get their hands on one and are still currently trying to. This doll has become so popular that people are waiting in line for hours to get their hands on one. People are reselling them for crazy amounts, and some people are even stealing them. With this doll being so popular right now, some people are starting to believe that this doll may be demonic. These Labubu dolls supposedly resemble Lucifer's pets, and many are saying while you are collecting these Labubu dolls, you're not just making a cute collection, you're actually gathering the pets of the underworld. Allegedly, with each Labubu doll you collect, you are one step closer to Lucifer. Let me know what you guys think.
How the fuck are you gonna buy a doll that looks like this and then be upset at the fact that it was modeled after a demon? You bought a doll that looks like a smiling demon and then you were concerned that it was gonna become possessed or be evil after finding out that it was modeled after a smiling demon. I understand not everybody has read the Bible, not everybody understands idolatry, but if you're willing to buy a stuffed animal that looks like a demon, you probably deserve whatever's coming your way. Apparently, these things are not even very easy to come by either. You have to go to specific stores and wait in line for hours because they're so popular. What confuses me is if you're the kind of person who has enough spiritual discernment to know that you probably shouldn't have demonic idolatry on your person or around you, how did you go out of your way to wait in line for something that looks like this, only to later be bothered by the fact that it's potentially evil? If you're the kind of person who doesn't believe in those things, then who cares? You go, you buy the doll, you have it, whatever. If you're the kind of person who does care about these things, how did you go wait in line for hours and not even think about this? This is concerning on a much deeper level than like potential demonic possession of a doll or something. This is people literally not thinking for themselves or having enough like forethought to think about the fact that, oh, if I care about this so deeply, if I'm the kind of person who's going to burn something because it might be evil or idolatrous, how did you not think about that before you bought it? How did you go wait in line for 3 hours? I don't give a fuck about this doll, but the fact that people blindly follow trends so fervently that they are willing to do something or purchase something or watch something that completely goes against their like inner convictions is appalling. Why would you admit how silly you were by posting this?